right by his door. There's many resources available at grizzlepride.org or our Facebook and Instagram pages. And parents, you are your child's greatest influence. Talk early, talk often about the risks of substance use on their developing brains. Check out grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, sorry, we aren't accepting new patients. Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will be met. Life'sJourneyCT.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street, here in Jewett City. Life'sJourneyCT.com.
So much better. Summer is winding down, which means it's the perfect time to fall into your annual maintenance routine. Get those car tires checked, safely secure the grills and gas tanks, button up the beach house, and winterize the boats. Why not add an insurance review to the list? Call the Burns Agency to compare coverages and get quoted unbeatable prices today. Home, auto, business, call, chat, or email us today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932. So much better. Right insurance at the right price.
Family-owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs. Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night. Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. They are stupid, it's funny.
Well, good morning. Good morning. How are you? It is Monday. It's your favorite day of the week. No, I don't want Monday. So do I love it. We love it. It's a good day. Monday's a bad day. Monday's a right, you know, maybe I know. Just gotta go for a little work. I don't have to, but... And I know I go over it with you over and over again. Why Monday? Why is it such a horrible day for you? No, it's better. Okay, here we go. Well, good morning to you too, Victoria. She goes, sounds horrible. Uh-oh. Let's see, why now? Oh. I have no idea. Wow. Okay, what sounds horrible, Victoria? Is it us? Does it sound... So give us an idea of what horrible means. Scary. I don't know. Can you understand what we're saying now? How about now? Can you hear me now? Hi, Peggy. Peggy, how do we sound over there? First thing we saw on the board was sounds horrible. Oh. Wow. It's crackly. All right, thank you, Cindy. How's that? Is that even better? Is that a little bit better right there? Does that sound a little better? Well, Paul's not talking, so of course it's clear.
Nothing's worse than having it cracky.
Right. I don't, you know.
No. Could be crappy, but it's cracky.
I should never have switched mixers out, and everything was great until.
Oh, this new board.
Yeah, it's just everything's new every day, and that's better. That sounds better, Cindy. Pam says not better. Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and reset. So hold on. Hang loose.
Reset. Yeah.
How about now? Any difference in the sound and what's going on? How's that? Is it any better?
Hopefully.
Well, nobody's there, so
No.
they all left. Cindy, all right. So it sounds good now? Someone says better. Someone says perfect.
Oh.
I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder, right?
I guess.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes, I guess.
Let's see here. So, all right. So I think we're.
Or shape. Good shape?
They go.
Good shape.
Whisper now. It's mostly whisper.
I can't hear a word you said. Sorry, can't hear the whispering.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
I don't have hearing aids on.
I heard of that. So
Welcome to ASMR radio.
I don't know what the heck you're doing.
You ever heard of ASMR?
I can't hear a word.
People are falling asleep as we speak.
Oh boy. People are out there shoveling snow.
2-hour delay in schools today.
Yeah, I heard that.
Everywhere. Pretty much everywhere in the state.
Yeah. I mean, the roads in town ain't too bad.
Huh?
They're not too bad
No.
in town. I mean, we only got maybe half an inch to an inch, if that. Yeah. It's pretty light stuff too.
It's funny. 'Cause yesterday we're sitting there and Melissa's daughter Megan was over. Hey, is there gonna be a parking ban tomorrow? Melissa, yep. I looked over and I'm like, there is? And yep. She goes, well, there's one in Plainfield. I said, no, there's not. Did you read the actual thing?
Yeah. What is the
No.
parking ban? How many inches of snow does it require for the parking ban?
Well, what Plainfield does is that if there's an inch or more rain, snow,
Oh,
then there's a parking ban.
gotcha.
And in Jewett City, it's either there's a parking ban or there's not.
Oh, so it doesn't make much difference.
No,
It's just call.
no. So, like I'll get an email and I'll put it out there or whatever.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
Because,
Oh.
because you won't be able to see that in an orange bulletin.
No, I guess not.
A little warm in here.
Yeah, I mean, some other places got some pretty good snow. Further north of us got a few inches of snow.
You mean like Kellingley or Thompson, that area?
Yeah,
Connecticut, or are you talking
yeah,
like more
yeah.
like Massachusetts and stuff?
Yeah, they got some snow. Yeah,
Victoria says they got 4.5 inches in Sterling.
yeah, Sterling, because they're up on the hill. So I guess that's Mount Sterling.
Sterling.
It is high up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got enough that I had to brush off my car.
yeah. Which
That
is,
the windshield wiper didn't handle.
yeah. It'll melt off by the time you go out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah,
So before we go into anything else,
yeah. Yeah, it's a pain in the neck. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
right now, and I'm okay. Well, okay, there we go, Victoria.
Yeah.
I see that you wrote it. It is the day after Paul Ash's birthday.
Oh boy.
Paul Ash just has celebrated a birthday yesterday. Matter of fact, by his graphic, it says "Happy Birthday to you." You got balloons behind you.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you see, you're the birthday boy.
Oh my God.
You're the birthday boy. Yep. Happy birthday to you. Everybody
Oh,
sing along.
wow.
Happy birthday
To
to
me.
you. Happy birthday, dear Paul.
Oh wow.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. Wow, I gotta look and see these birthday candles behind. Oh yeah, I do see.
I told you. I wasn't
do
kidding
see.
you.
Wow.
Yep. So happy birthday to you, Paul Ash.
Thank you. I made it.
Studio audience gives you a round of applause.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah. Time to move on.
Time to move on. Okay. Are birthdays like not monumental anymore?
Mm-mm. Next year, maybe.
Next year, yeah, that's a big one. My dad had that one this year.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year, it's going to be dun dun dun.
I know. 8 decades.
8 decades. Victoria says my dogs just got so excited from singing "Happy Birthday" that they thought there was cake involved.
Oh well. So what are we talking about today? What's going on?
Well, we're talking. What I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
is where are people getting all the money
Oh.
for all of these things that they're buying, they've bought in the last couple of years. Cars, houses, way over asking price.
Well, yeah, I think the reason why you had the over asking price on cars because they were far and few between. Because don't forget, a lot of the car companies weren't making them because there weren't any chips available. So I think what's happening now is I think the chips are coming back. So I think a lot of cars are coming into a lot of dealers. That's why the used car market is going down. Yep,
Well, what do you think is going to happen? I mean,
it was going to happen.
well, yeah, but you've had overzealous buyers, I guess, at best or at worst.
Yeah, they were charging people way above the sticker price.
Yeah.
Because there was so lack of cars that people were doing that. I mean, I remember when I went down to one dealer, says, what the hell are all these cars doing here? I mean, you couldn't even find a parking spot. And they told me these are people's cars that are here to get fixed because there are no new cars. So the repairs were up as a result of people hanging on to their older cars. And they couldn't get parts.
Shayna, who is apparently Facebook user today because she didn't click yes.
Yeah.
She has never got anything for my birthday. Mine was 1 week before Christmas, and back in the 70s, it kept snowing, so no parties. I think that was 3 different statements right there.
Yeah, that no, I don't think I've ever. Maybe I did. I don't know. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Hey.
I think it would be tough having a birthday so close to Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Kids are
ever-
getting screwed that way,
Yeah, yeah, especially if it's even closer.
like on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a few weeks out, so it's not that bad. But I don't know. That's
So
why-
getting back to cars and homes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People are paying car payments. We talked about it a little bit earlier, and you had said, and for 6 and 7 years,
Yeah.
payments of $800, $1,000, 1,200, 1,500 and up.
Yep.
Where are people getting that money? And I mean, that's a long time to be paying that amount.
Yeah. It is.
Where's the money coming from?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make is they have a home and it's got some equity in it. So what they do is they take a home equity home out to go buy a car. So now you have like 2 mortgage payments. And if things get tough, what's in jeopardy?
Of the car.
The house.
Really? You think the house, the people are going to keep the house, they're going to give up the
2
the house before the car?
The house has got 2 mortgages on it. Don't
okay.
forget, the
I
car's
thought
paid
you were
off.
comparing. I thought you were comparing. Oh, okay.
No, the car's paid for because you did a home equity. So you took the money out of your house or borrowed money on your house to pay for the car. So you own the car, but now you got a double mortgage payment. That's the one thing I always said I would never do is to take a loan out on a house and buy a vehicle or do anything like that because I didn't want my house to lose it as a result of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think that's a mistake a lot of people make is they, well, I got some equity. I'll just take it out. And that's what happens. And then don't forget a lot of things. There's still a lot of the houses with young kids in it. They're still getting some money from the state.
Yeah.
I don't know if the feds are still giving money out, but you're making $400 a kid or something like that. So, which is really something you shouldn't depend on to buy a vehicle. Yeah.
That's not a month though. Is it?
I think it is. I think, there gets a payment they get. Yeah. The state of Connecticut. From the state of Connecticut. Yeah. There's and
$400 a month per child?
Per child, I believe it is. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's quarterly.
Oh.
I think it's quarterly because it adds up to your tax deduction.
I don't know. But still money coming in.
Somebody tell me because
I don't know.
Because I don't ever see that. So
no, you wouldn't because you don't have any children under the age of 18.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rihanna.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
well, I don't know. You should check into that.
It's not going to go to me. It's not going to go to me. Are you kidding me?
No, it wouldn't go to you. Yeah.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Putting a car on your mortgage is the worst thing you can do. Instead of a 5 to 6 year loan, now you have a 30-year loan on that car.
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make. And the jeopardy of your foreclosure.
Yeah.
Because if you can't make your payment, your house is up. Yeah. Chances of losing your house.
So if there's anybody like here that is in the real estate business, if you have any comments about what people are doing and how they're affording it and how can this be sustained over a period of time?
Yeah. Here's the other thing you got to be careful with too is that if you did do that, okay, and you take a home equity out to pay for a car, and for some reason now you're going to get divorced. All right, and suppose the other party wants to keep the house. All right, now
you got to buy them out.
Now you got to buy them out. Now don't forget there's an extra, who knows, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 of vehicle on top of that house that who's going to pay for that?
Yeah.
And how the loans are split up and all this other stuff. So when you go single, with a double income, you can afford that extra payment on your house mortgage. But when you're single, double whammy may not be as easy. So that's the other thing you have to think about. But Daryl's right. Putting your house in a home equity in jeopardy because of a car is definitely a wrong decision.
He also says happy 40th birthday.
Oh, thank you. I am 39.
Today.
Yeah.
Victoria, I think you're right. She says, I think there's going to be a lot of repossessions happening. I don't see how there couldn't be.
I don't know.
I've had car dealers tell me, I don't know how people are doing it. And it has nothing to do with, people say, oh, the salesman screwed me. Well, no, the salesman didn't screw anybody. They didn't take your hand and make you sign.
Buying cars today is not like buying cars you did 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's face it, back then, all salesmen were scumbags, right? They were all
weren't.
screwing you over and doing.
No, that was the perception because people didn't want to blame themselves for not doing their homework and taking a screwy deal because they were buying on emotion instead of out of need.
Yeah, but now most dealers now price the car without even getting somebody involved. Maybe you can get a couple $100 off, but you're not going to get thousands of dollars off like you used to.
Well, the internet's a big factor.
Yeah. So
because people can shop you while they're sitting in the chair.
Yeah, because there's so many places you can compare against.
Right.
Just go online and compare what the prices.
So you just bought a new car. You bought a new truck.
Yeah.
And you searched for a while. So what was the deciding factor for you? Because you knew what you wanted.
I knew what I wanted, but I also knew that they were hard to find. I've actually had one dealer try to find one for me. I even gave him a down payment to find the darn thing. I couldn't come up with, because at that time when I was looking, a lot of dealers wouldn't swap them out because they had vehicles and they were lacking vehicles.
Yeah,
they wouldn't swap them out, and they would drive 200, 300, 400 miles to get it if they could get it. But no, a lot of dealers had them; they wouldn't keep them up. That was, don't forget there were no chips. Matter of fact, when I got my truck, one of the things that is not working because the chip is not there.
Are they going to put a chip in later?
No.
So you don't have a chip.
There's no chip, and I don't really mind because you know what the chip was. The chip was for, how when you come to a stop, your vehicle shuts down.
Yeah.
It starts. That chip is not in there. So
I wouldn't want that anyway.
I never liked it anyway.
Why would any? I don't.
Well, it's supposed to have been a gas saver.
Okay.
When you come to a stoplight, the thing shuts down. And when it gets stuck on the gas, it starts back up. I don't know. But that chip is missing. And I actually got a credit for the chip missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So Victoria brings up a situation that she's aware of. She goes, we know somebody that bought a truck. Payment is $1,270 a month plus $500 insurance a month. So that's one thing we didn't mention even is insurance.
Yeah. Insurance is up.
Yeah. And in-town taxes, it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
I mean, how? I don't know how people are doing it. I can't even comprehend this one.
Yeah. Because now if you have a vehicle, when you spend, let's face it, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, you buy a real one big one, you're probably $75,000. Who the hell knows what they are? Now you got to have collision on the thing because you're sure it's only paying off $75,000. So now you're paying insurance on that.
Well, if you have a lien on the car, it's collision in Connecticut.
Got to have it. So that's going to be up, and most people are probably doing $1,000 deductible. And then now you got the taxes on this thing, which is not going to be cheap. Mm-hmm. So that's going to nail you. Taxes.
So all towns just did their revalues too. So
yeah. I mean, you get a $40,000, $50,000 car in this town, it's probably going to cost you $1,000, if not more. Yeah. That's crazy. Just for the vehicle. That doesn't include anything else you have, house or whatever.
Joe says we got lucky when we bought our house when the market crashed. We then refinanced it again. And when the rates were almost zero, took out a bit of money to pay off some school loans and some credit cards. Just dumb luck and some smart moves. Yeah. A lot of it is luck.
The last time the housing market was up, I was getting divorced at the time, and I bought it high, and then it went low.
Yeah.
And I got screwed. Yeah. But that was many, many years ago.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
So the question is, we're talking about all of these crazy prices that people are paying for cars and homes.
Yeah.
But where are they getting the money?
I don't know.
Where is it coming from? Because if you couldn't do it 2 years or 3-4 years ago, how come all of a sudden you can afford a $1,400, $1,300, $900 car payment? I mean,
Yeah.
that's more expensive than a mortgage
Yep.
for something like that.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And people are doing that on used vehicles,
Yes.
not just new.
Right. Because they're giving you a longer time for the loan on your used vehicle, so you're paying a lot more for that vehicle because there weren't any cars.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, whole car market went down with the chip thing. So I don't know. I don't know how the hell they're doing it. To be honest with you, I know in all the cars I bought, I've never had $1,000 more car payment. I never would do it.
Oh no, of course
I
not.
would never do that. Never do that.
I'm walking before
Yeah,
that
I would
happens.
never spend that kind of money for a payment.
No.
No. Nope. No way.
Victoria says my son bought a Ford truck.
Yeah.
Sticker price was $106,000.
Wow. That must have been a real
He's a good
heavy-
negotiator and walked out owing $40K after trading in his 3-year-old truck.
Yeah, because he got some good money for it because it was a used vehicle at the time. Yeah.
Well, I know somebody that's in the car business, and I always, because there's not a lot of money in new cars.
No,
There's not. There's
No.
not a lot of
There's
profit
not.
there.
No.
People think there's tons, but
no,
there's
it's
not.
all the accessories.
Huh?
It's all in the accessories that
Right.
are added to the car.
Maybe a couple $1,000, maybe
Yeah.
$2,000-$3,000, depending on the vehicle.
Yeah.
The price leaders, the little compact 4-door sedans. There's maybe 300, 500 in that car.
Yeah. It's all the accessories that
Right.
you're paying to get some. They can give you a
So
little.
just when you think that you're paying $25,000 for a brand new car, and you think there's a whole bunch of money in it because it's $22,000 to $25,000, there's not.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what you're getting for $25,000 today.
Moped.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of vehicles. I'm not sure if those kinds of cars are out there. They just think when you go all electric.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's another thing. I mean,
People have 30. Hope these cars last 30 years.
yeah. I mean, let's face it, they're not going to be cheap. Anyway, and a lot of people they like to change cars. So if you buy an electric car, how long are you going to keep it?
Don't know.
Yeah. So
Do you you think you'll ever end up with an electric car?
probably not.
No. Why not?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I would buy one.
Because it's what 2030 or 2032 or what is it? When is it?
20, I think it's 35.
2035.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll be in your early 90s. You'll have to get one.
I'm going to see.
Huh?
Ooh.
It'd be funny. You'd be coming in to do the radio show. You can't see, can't get up the stairs.
I need an elevator.
We'll sit here. Go time to put Paul out to pasture.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would probably
Why don't
own
you
one.
trade in like 4 of your 12 cars and get an electric car just to play with it?
No, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of the. I heard that a lot of people have muscle cars and antique cars.
Mhm.
As far as I know, those are still going to be able to be around. I don't think they're going to, take you over the coals for those. I think you'll still be able to keep them.
Yeah, but how much is gas going to be?
Well, that's the other thing. But with those cars, you don't drive them around every. You put maybe 1,000 miles on, 500 miles a year, maybe. I don't know.
And as far as electricity, we don't even have the infrastructure
Not in place.
to even handle it all.
No. Yeah.
So I don't get it.
I mean, with the way electricity's going right now, and everybody's complaining about electricity. Can you imagine if you throw a charger in your garage now, and you got to charge your vehicle? How much is it going to cost you?
Mhm.
It'd be cheaper to buy gas.
Just as I said that, Victoria says I think they'll push the EV date back.
Yeah, all depends. These environmentalists can change their minds. But it's funny because a lot of these environmentalists, you think they talk about green. They're all flying private jets and everything else.
What about a nuclear powered car?
Yeah, they're all doing the same.
What about a nuclear powered car?
No.
No.
I know they experimented with a nuclear powered airplane years ago. That was something that Pratt Whitney was doing because I remember working at Pratt at that time. They used to be where Pratt Whitney is in Middletown. They used to be called Connecticut Atomic and Nuclear Energy Laboratory.
Mhm.
and they were experimenting with perhaps putting a nuclear engine on an airplane. That was back before Pratt Whitney in Middletown took over. It was called the Canal Plant. Because I remember when I worked there, I used to go up and play around with the lab, stick your hands in there.
What's this? That's
Well, there was
nuclear
nothing in there.
fission. Look out!
Yeah, like the real thick glass. But it was just the place, the thing was closed. I mean, it was a Pratt Whitney plant, but the laboratory was closed. So, So, but then, what are they going to do? Would you like to be flying on an airplane that's battery powered?
What's that?
Flying on an airplane that's battery powered?
No, I worry about cars that are battery powered. I mean,
Well, so you fly on airplanes, you have to worry about running out of fuel. You just go fly where the sun is.
what about autonomous cars?
Oh, Jesus.
Domino's has got them. They're delivering pizzas with no driver.
Yeah.
In,
that's true.
in some places, in some cities, they have autonomous cabs.
Yeah. True.
That's some scary stuff.
That's
I don't know if I would trust that.
Same thing with trailer trucks, driverless trailer trucks.
Yeah.
That's a little scary, but I don't know. It's the technology that's out there. Now they have to make sure they get it down so it's no errors.
Would you take a cab if there was no cab driver?
I don't know. I really don't know.
The funny thing is they're supposed to be safer
Yeah.
than actually a human driving.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of, don't forget right now on a lot of the new cars, they're putting a lot of safety things on now where if you come too close, the brake goes on.
Yeah.
This, the eye brake steps on a brake for you. If you swerve out of the lane, it beeps and vibrates the steering wheel so you wake up. Yeah. So
the thing I noticed with when I was driving my friend's Tesla
yeah.
is that you have automatic mode,
Yeah.
where the car drives itself, but it takes itself off. It's like, I don't know, every 20 seconds or maybe it's a little less. And you have to actually tap the steering wheel for it to keep going.
Yeah.
So you really can't sit there and read the paper, while you're driving because
No.
you got to keep hitting that wheel. So,
Yeah. Well, a lot of people still read the paper.
and if you don't hit the wheel, there's a period of time, I guess the car it'll eventually just make its way over to the side and stop.
Yeah.
Because, who knows,
Yeah. I don't,
maybe you had a medical event,
Yeah,
or maybe you just fell
which is-
asleep.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think some of the newer ones out now, I think that if you go towards, get out of that line, I think it pulls you back over. It actually forces you to move over. Car moves over by itself.
Yeah.
So you're not crossing the line. Yeah. So, yeah. But there's a lot of safety things. Now, even now when you have a 4-door car, if you open up the back door, when you get out of the vehicle, it tells you to check the back seat. Yeah.
Why?
Because don't forget all those kids that were
kids,
getting the
yeah,
hot
yeah.
cars. So now with the newer cars now, if you open up the back door and then drive, when you shut the car off, it beeps and tells you, look at the back seat, which is, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's
like I said, I don't know how people. And don't forget, a lot of these people bought these vehicles long before inflation hit. How will they afford it now?
affording electric cars.
Well, affording the cars that they just bought like 7 or 8 months ago before the inflation hit us, maybe a year ago. Now you're hit with big gas prices. And that's another thing. What the hell happened? Gas prices, fuel oil prices 6 months ago were up in the $5 to $6 range.
Yeah.
What the hell happened in the last 5 or 6 months? Why couldn't we do 5 or 6 months ago what they're doing right now?
What are they doing right now?
I don't know. Fuel oil, $3.29. Gas, $3.19, $3.10.
Yeah.
I mean,
They call it price
what the
gouging.
hell is going on?
Melissa and I were in the car, and I said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah." She goes, "You see the the price of fuel oil. I went, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
And she goes, why do you say it like that? I said, because we just spent $200 more
Exactly.
if we would have waited 10 days.
I mean, what the hell happened? What's going on now? I mean, that's caused this to happen. Why couldn't they do this 6 months ago?
Victoria says diesel is still up over $5. I've
Yeah.
seen it around $4.85.
Yeah. Why is diesel still up? Why is that?
I don't know.
They're the ones that are bringing everything to us, but yet that's up. I don't
you wait.
Yeah.
Autonomous tractor trailers.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. It just shocks me with with all the price of this fuel oil being dropped like this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to continue to drop? I mean, a lot of people went crazy when, now. So if the fuel oil is dropping, what does that mean? Does that mean that the cost are there any generating plants out there using fuel oil? I don't know.
And Richard says gas prices down to keep our eyes off of what's really going on.
No, that
Food
could be.
prices and shortages coming. Don't be fooled.
So in other words, you think it's going to go back up again?
No, I
Just won't be able to get it?
no. I was talking to a kid the other day,
Yeah.
and they were saying, actually, it was my daughter Rihanna, and I said, "Well, look at that, $3.19." This was last week. I said, "That's 20 cents less per gallon than at home."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well, you better fuel up." I said, "Yeah," and I said, "It's pretty crazy, and the price of this stuff."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah, it's a really good price right now." And I said, "Well, no,
No, because it was
it's
down.
not."
No.
But to a 15, 16-year-old, it's like it's all you see the price coming down.
Yeah.
And I said, 2 years ago, it was $2 a gallon, even a little less.
Yeah.
I said, now all of a sudden it's double that. And they bring it down a little bit, and it
Yeah.
makes you feel like, oh, I've got a great deal.
Yeah.
It's not a great deal. It's just lower. It's a lower form of price
Yeah.
gouging.
I mean, fuel oil being down in the $3 range, we've seen that before. We've been in that $3 range before with fuel oil. So we've been there.
Court says diesel is still way up.
Yeah.
Country runs on diesel, and Connecticut gets 52 cents tax per gallon.
Yeah. Why couldn't they take some of that tax off? Bring it down.
We've asked that question before.
Yeah. Why government won't, Lamont won't do it. I mean, I don't know when the gas tax, gas tax been deferred a little longer? I thought it was. I was supposed to expire like January 1, right?
Yeah, there was talk of it getting bumped up again, but
I don't know. I haven't really
I don't know.
heard.
Because remember, like if it's $3.19 right now,
It'll go back.
it's really $3.45 right
Yeah.
around there because
Yeah.
they're going to jack that tax back in.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know. I thought they were going to defer it a little longer.
Victoria says there's a new place in Niantic that has gas at less than $3 a gallon. Hubby took the Burb. I'm assuming that's suburban to work, and he filled it on the way home. January, the tax comes back in increments 5 cents per gallon until it's in full effect.
So is that $5, 5 cents a month?
I would assume. Yeah, Victoria, did you hear? Is it 5 cents a month or 5 cents a quarter, or how are they going to do that? And again, this all goes back to, this is all part of how are people affording these car payments, which also in relation to people's homes. How are people affording these mortgages?
And they're up.
I know. Yeah, but even just, let's say they bought it a year and a half ago when the rates were way down, but they're paying $100,000 more than the asking price. My friend, who just retired and moved down to North Carolina, sold their house for over asking price. I don't know how much. I didn't ask him, but he said he was happy.
Of course he would be.
Sure.
I think houses selling over the asking price now. That's done deal.
Well, I don't think so.
don't think so.
I don't think so. There's a house I just told you about.
Yeah.
That went way over asking price
Well,
over on Pleasant View.
well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, well,
It's supply and demand too.
you know,
If there's not a lot of supply and the demand is still high, that dictates a lot of the market.
yeah. I don't know. Today's, it's not like it was. I mean, we all had it tough. Remember, it's just a different time and different situation. But,
Yeah.
Even back when we were buying a house, I mean, spending $300 or $400 a month for a mortgage payment. Think about it.
Yeah, that's what my
we
mother
weren't making the kind of money you make today. We still had the same thing, taxes going on, and you still paid all expenses, but we got by.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember my mother telling me how much the mortgage was on the house I grew up in. It was like $370 a month.
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
I mean, they were paying before they bought the house.
Mhm.
They were paying, I think it was like around $450, $500 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment over in Mary Brown Apartments. That's where we lived.
Yep.
Way back. This is when they were like brand new, right?
yeah.
So, but yeah, that was
Yeah.
and then they started paying less money for a mortgage. So it was like,
Well, that's
no
generally
brainer.
what forces people into purchasing a home is the fact that when your rent payment is going to equal your mortgage payment, and then you attempt to buy a home, so that what the hell, you might as well put the money in your own pocket rather than the landlord. But what gets you is having that down payment.
Terrible. Someone has to do something about these gas prices. Someone does something. Why are prices going down? It must be a conspiracy.
Yeah, you ask yourself why.
I do get the eye roll going when everything is about being part of a political group. Because I've seen the Republicans screw up. I've seen the Democrats screw up.
Well, they both have.
They both do.
Oh yeah.
I've seen the country. You have too, Paul.
yeah, they both
And
have.
everybody else that claims it too.
Oh yeah.
That the economy has done wonderful, under a Republican administration. The economy has also done wonderful under Democratic, administrations. It's cyclical, it really is. It's just we're down here, before it comes back up again.
Yeah.
And there's no way in hell we're going to get back up there if people keep paying these crazy ass prices for cars and homes.
Yeah, they're never going to get down. Well, the other thing too is a lot of times salaries don't go up as high as either. I don't know how salaries are working out today as far as going up. What's going to happen 10 years from now? People are going to be making $500,000 a week or a year.
Yeah.
And that's the guy that works at McDonald's.
Our mortgage, yeah. Our mortgage actually is just about the same as what our rent is.
Yeah.
Or was.
Yeah.
Except for about a year. That's a different story.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, we did. Why give it to somebody else? So
Yeah. Well, the only thing that's going to make your mortgage go up, it's either going to be homeowners, it's going to go up, or your taxes are going to go up. Those are the two things that's going to increase your mortgage.
And because it took us so long to close,
Yeah. You got a higher interest rate.
we ended up with a higher interest rate. But it gives us some flexibility to buy down a little bit.
Yeah.
Give it a couple of years. When the rates will start to tumble a little bit, because they'll come back.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing to do, if it does come down, probably what you want to do is try to go for a 15-year mortgage.
Yeah.
If you can't afford
Yeah, but
it.
you can pay every 2 weeks.
No.
If you pay every 2 weeks, you can pay it off in 15 years
Yeah. So.
instead of
Oh, yeah. If you do it that way. Yeah.
just whatever 15-year mortgage.
Yeah. Yeah.
15-year mortgage and your payment isn't that much higher.
No.
People don't look. They don't see that.
Yeah. I when I remortgaged when I had gotten divorced, I got a 30-year mortgage.
Mhm.
And then after a while, I got a 15-year mortgage on top of that to make it lower so I could pay it off quicker. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I learned a long time ago that, and I saw the math, and it made sense. If you make, not 2 payments a month, but
same thing.
half a payment every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to pay that principal down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, when you first get a mortgage, let's face it, there ain't much going towards that principal.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Probably got $5 going towards the principal. Yeah.
Yeah, and so much is interest. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? And actually, I don't care because I'm not paying the landlord.
That's true.
We're building our own equity. So
There you go.
Victoria says, well, when the White House claims that prices went sky high because of Putin, it makes you wonder why they are going down when Putin is still doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a crock.
The whole thing's been a crock.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big crock. Yeah.
Let's blame it on this. Let's blame it on that.
Of course.
Let's blame it on Paul Ash's birthday.
Yeah, there you go. It's my fault.
Yeah. Next year, when you're 80, boy, we're really going to be screwed.
No,
That's right. There go the prices. When the prices go up next year, say, well, it's because Paul just turned 80.
that's right.
That's it.
Hopefully, I'm around when it's 80.
You ain't going anywhere.
Mm,
Are you kidding?
so,
Not ready for you to go anywhere.
yeah. Oh, well.
It's nice having your own home, Donna says.
Absolutely. The first thing I did when I moved out of an apartment and moved into my first house is I walked into the living room and turned the stereo up full blast. Yeah.
What was on it? Bach?
And block. No. Yeah. That was the first thing I did.
AC/DC?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you live in an apartment with other people, you can't do
Yeah.
that. So I turned it up full blast.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
Donna says, Paul, 80 is the new 50.
Yeah.
Are you going to go like full goose bozo and like buy like a space shuttle or something now?
Oh, yeah.
Because you figure you can do it now because it's like,
Yeah. I go up with Shatner.
he went up in his 90s.
Yeah.
That's that. I think he's immortal for crying out loud.
Yeah.
He's 91, 92. He went up in what was it, the Musk one or the Amazon one? Either way.
He went up in one of them.
And he was just on Masked Singer.
Yes, he was.
God, this guy does everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is good.
Spock, I don't know what is happening. Spock.
Yeah. And now he's advertising Social Security, Medicare plans. He's one of those old guys now doing Medicare plans. Yeah.
Hey, did you know he has an album, an actual album out?
Yeah.
It's a spoken word album.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is he's actually speaking a lot of old hit songs.
Really?
That's funny. Oh,
Yeah.
Paul, I'm gonna see if you remember something. Yeah, I do. I want to see if you.
Oh, well.
This lets me. do
Dead
it.
Space. Dead Space.
Oh, we're still here. We're still here.
Oh. Sounds of Silence.
No, we're still here.
Yeah.
I want to see if you remember something.
Oh.
I hope you do.
Uh-oh. I don't know what you're looking for.
Huh?
Well, whatever it is, you can't find it.
No, I can.
Oh.
I can. I was messing around for a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh, why am I doing? Why am I looking there? No, this is something that you took part in.
Oh, I did?
Yes. Yes, you did. Let's see.
I can't hear it.
Huh?
I can't hear it.
Because they ain't playing it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting there. I
Oh.
promise I'm getting there.
Yeah, so it wasn't Christmas.
Oh, shush. Let's see here. Remember?
Got them on the back row and everybody.
On the first day of Christmas,
Hold up, I can't hear it.
my true love sent to me a double roll of two-ply TP.
Oh, yeah.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 N95s.
2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
5 Zoom calls waiting.
5 Zoom calls waiting.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
and a double roll of two-ply TP.
On the 6 wine.com cards.
5 Zoom calls waiting.
Wine.com cards.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my school crush gave to me 7 Google Classrooms.
6 calmed-out wine cards.
5 Zoom calls waiting.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 one-way aisles.
7
Way
Google
aisles.
Classrooms.
6 wine.com cards.
5 Zoom calls waiting.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 nostril swabbings.
8 one-way aisles.
7 Google Classrooms.
6
5 Zoom calls waiting.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP.
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 stock markets crashing.
9 nostril swabbings.
8 one-way aisles.
7 Google Classrooms.
6
5 Zoom calls waiting.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
And a double roll of two-ply TP. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 6-foot markers.
10 stock markets crashing.
6 with 9 nostril swabbings.
8 one-way aisles.
7 Google Classrooms.
6
5 Zoom calls waiting.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
Man, this feels like notebook paper.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my doctor gave to me 12 telehealth visits.
With telehealth visits.
10 stock markets crashing.
9 nostril swabbings.
8 one-way aisles.
7 Google Classrooms.
5 Zoom calls waiting.
4 birthday parades.
3 N95.
2 hand sanitizers.
2-ply, what are you talking about? If it was 2-ply, my fingers wouldn't keep poking through.
Yeah, that was the COVID days.
Yeah.
Man, this feels like notebook paper.
We did that, what, 2 years ago?
Well, getting a COVID.
I think
So it had to have been more like 3 years ago.
let me see. When did we do this?
Yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah. Oh,
No, December 11th, 2020 is when I first put it up.
wow.
But that was fun. My friend Shannon wrote the song.
Yeah.
And she said, "Hey, come on, let's do this."
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
It was so much fun to do.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to do. The 12 days of COVID Christmas.
Yeah.
The mix down was a little bad because at the end, music was up and then the voice was
down.
Was way down.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the subject matter at hand here.
Yep.
Court says, think of the economy as a slinky or a traffic jam. The trigger slows the front before the back slows down. Then the front starts moving again, but it takes time to reach the back. The Federal Reserve only makes matters worse as they are reactionary and extend the pain instead of free markets adjusting based on supply and demand.
That's a good point, because I believe that all that money they put into that act that the one they just passed with all those dollars didn't help. And giving everybody money didn't help. Didn't help matters at all. You know, they thought they were helping everybody out, but in reality, it didn't. It made things worse. You know.
So
the Recovery Act that's I guess it's the Recovery Act I'm talking about.
You're talking about the ARPA money?
No, the Recovery
American
Act.
Recovery?
The actually recovery. I mean, yeah, the Recovery Fund.
Well,
put money in it because they always. We all know the government just makes more money when things get tough. Just print more.
Mm.
You know, and that's exactly what he's saying. Mm. Yeah.
Where'd the ARPA money come from? All of a sudden, that was just there.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
So the question still is there. What do we do when the repos start to happen and the foreclosures start to happen?
Hide the car.
I guess so, but does the market really crash then?
I mean, it's crashing now. I mean, how much worse is it going to crash?
I don't know. What's going to happen to what's going to happen to lending? What's going to happen to credit?
Well,
this happened back in what?
Well,
the 90s.
Yeah, I mean,
they rescue the banks out.
Yeah, not only the banks, but they rescued
everything.
Everything. Look how
big
much
bailout.
A big bailout.
Are we looking to do that again?
Yeah. And remember what they did too is they remember all those cars they bail out the car manufacturers. They bought all those old cars. Mm. Remember, you could get the government or somebody would give you money for your old car above cost. All you had to do is drag it in there, and you'd get big bucks for it.
Yeah.
And then you would crush it.
Mm.
Which brings up another thought. You think that's what they're going to do when they're going to force you to go to an electric car?
Yes. Where's Lee Iacocca when you need him?
Mm. Yeah.
Lead or get out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to make some K cars.
K cars?
You remember the K cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what happened with those K cars? 30, 40, 50 miles per gallon.
Those K cars were, that
Dodge Harries.
Yeah. Those things, they were a big seller.
Yeah.
Everybody had a K car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they were inexpensive or they were economically feasible.
Yeah.
And they were economical to go ahead and operate.
Yeah. And we went to real low horsepower, small vehicles for a long time.
Yeah.
Everybody, there was no such thing as all these trucks that people were buying. Excuse me. Yeah. Everybody was buying small, little compact cars because of the price of everything. You know, but now in the V8s, there was no such thing as a big V8 in these things. Now, you know, everybody's competing. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting, though. I don't know where people are getting money to.
Yeah. See, that's another thing is that where's this money coming from? No, we still can't figure it out. You know, we're living for the now. I get it, with all these cars and, the new homes and status symbols and all this great stuff.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen in 2-3 years when people just can't afford it?
Yeah.
They just can't afford it because that money's going to go away. Or maybe it's just imaginary, unrealized money.
There's a lot of people, there's a lot of families now that work just 2 income families now.
Huh?
You know, where before it was 1 income family. Now it's 2 income families.
Is it going to be 4 now?
I don't know.
Little Johnny's going to have to get himself a job, you know, at the factory to help pay the mortgage. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. That might happen.
Yeah.
It may be a complete family affair. You got the infant, you know, packing boxes.
You know, it's scary because right now, go to the grocery store. We talk about this all the time. You know, try to buy food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is more important than a damn car. You don't have food, can't eat, can't survive. How are you going to drive the car? You know, one requires the other. One has a little higher priority. But it's not everybody. Everybody's not buying cars.
So one of the things that it said is that, you know, maybe the kids will, you know, have to get out and work, right?
Yeah.
Well, Peggy says kids are already doing that in some cases, and she would know doing what she does for a living. So she would absolutely know that.
Yeah.
To be factual. So.
Yeah. Well, they have to contribute to the household because they can't afford to, you know, and everybody isn't out buying new cars.
Yeah.
It's just a certain few that are doing it. And you kind of wonder how the hell they're doing it. But there's a lot of people who are really struggling as far as putting food on the table when they're still driving old cars, you know, because they can't afford to buy a new one.
Or there are people that are just really, really frugal. And a car is just something to get you from point A to point B, which my father was always like that.
Yeah.
He didn't really care as long as it started up and you could go.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody's selling warranties now.
Well, they've been selling warranties for years.
Car warranty. I know, but now everybody wants you to buy the warranty because of
they wanted you to buy them then
because
too.
everybody's keeping used cars.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. You know, so
I love those calls. I had somebody call me one time. I was literally in the bathroom. And I figure, all right, I'll answer the call. I'm not really doing a whole lot. So it was a guy. He goes, hi, I'd like to talk to you about, you know, oh no, it was a recording, you know, hi, I'm so-and-so. And, you know, your car warranty is about to expire, blah, blah, blah. Press 1 to be connected to, you know, an agent or whatever. It's like, press 1. So he goes, so a guy comes in, hello, we'd like to, can you give us the year, make, and model of your car? And I said, well, why don't you tell me? I said, you called me. You said my car, the warranty was expiring. So I said, let's play a little game. You tell me what my car is.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. Oh, yes, it is. That's how it's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
No. He hung up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hung up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even answer them anymore.
So let's say that people have a $2,000 mortgage right now, and they have a $900 car payment. It's $2,900, right?
Yep.
They are reliable adults, and they're paying for the both of them $250 a month for car insurance.
Yep.
Okay. So now where are we at? $29,350, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's nothing else.
Right.
All right. So let's say they got a family of 4. They're spending, and I'm going to go cheap, $125, $150 a week in food, right? So it's another $600 a month. They're at $3,750. Okay. Electricity. Again, let's go cheap. $100. $37 or $38.50. Where am I?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oil. Oh, well, whoa. You know, let's say we're going to average that out at $150 a month, you know, over the course of a year. So what do we have? $4,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's $1,000 a week cash that you've got to come up with every single month just to hit those those markers right there.
$48,000. That's $48,000 a year. Then.
No, it's not, Paul. I'm talking cash. I'm talking after taxes.
Oh yeah, after taxes.
It's more like 75, 80.
Yeah, it's after taxes. So I don't
God
know.
forbid any of that money is a bonus and you get whacked 40%.
Yeah, I don't know what people are making today. I don't know what the average income is. 70,000 maybe.
But that's you have to hit that.
Yeah, well, you
to
get
survive.
if you have two people working, they're both making 70,000. That's 150,000.
But they're not.
Well, say 125 after taxes. It's still kind of,
We're talking about John and Joni work a lot.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and just average human beings,
Yeah.
right? We're not talking doctors and lawyers,
No, I know.
and some, high pegged jobs like that.
Yeah.
We're talking about somebody that's making $20 an hour,
Yeah.
in a plant, which was never that way until inflation went up, and all of a sudden they have to stay relative and they have to stay competitive
Yeah.
and jack their rates up.
Yeah.
So let's say you got two people making $20 an hour, $40 an hour, right? Times 40, it's $1,600.
Yeah. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if factory workers make more than $20 an hour. I don't know.
Cameron's making like 20.
Is he? Well,
Oh yeah, he's rich now. Just ask him. He's worked
Well,
3 weeks. He's
as a young kid.
he's
so-
loaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, yeah, you wait till you start paying your 18-year-old car insurance and you tell us how loaded you are, sport.
Yeah. No, I know.
Wait till you get a car.
Yeah.
Start making, where are you going to get a car? Either you're going to save your money up and pay cash, or you're going to go to a buy here, pay here place because you don't have any credit yet.
Yeah, I won't be able to buy one on its
Right.
own. No. Yeah, usually they'll give you one till you're 21. Uh-oh. Somebody's telling you
Ken
something.
said he needs to buy laundry detergent now.
Yeah.
It's because so he's got a bureau in his room, but it doesn't open well enough.
Yeah.
He could play with it and fix it if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So, it's just like, okay, so now he has to have a bureau and has to have it replaced. And it's my fault and his mother's fault that he doesn't have one. I'm like, why is it my fault? What did I do here? And so he had literally 3 baskets overflowing of laundry in the hallway.
Wow.
I said, get that out of the hallway. He goes, why? I bring it in here and then the cats pee on it. I said, well, keep the cats out of your room. So I said, just go do a load of laundry and get it done. He goes, well, it's not going to happen for a couple of days. So I got to work. I'm like, you're sitting there playing Xbox. And he said, then about 2 hours we have a conversation. He says to me, he goes, I hate it when people call me kid. He goes, I'm an adult now. And I looked at him and I said, then start adulting.
Yeah, that's true. He's an adult when he wants to be an adult, but when he screws up, no, I'm just a kid.
I get it. I mean, he's got a job now and he's working and, he's doing a lot of things. So you got to give him some time.
Yeah.
Got to give him some space and he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But if you don't nudge him a little bit, you got to nudge him.
Yeah.
Push him in the right direction.
Yeah.
Or they turn out like Chicken Little, this guy is falling. This guy is falling. My laundry's not done.
Yeah.
So last year we kind of got him into the mode of this is how the washing machine works, So there you go.
So he does his own laundry.
He does.
Yeah.
But now he just doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Because he's a working man.
Oh, tough. Yeah. Welcome.
He's a working man.
Welcome to the real world, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get it. Like I said, he'll get it. It'll take, come on. Did it not take you time when you were 18?
Of course.
Me too.
Yeah.
Took me I needed that little nudging and it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen, good morning. Jen says, food for thought. Average weekly wage at the end of 2021 was $971 per week in Windham County and $1,213 in New London County.
A week.
Per
So
week,
let's
yeah.
multiply it. So
So 60 grand. Between 50 and 60 grand a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is not bad. If you got 2 people working, that's 120K.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's average though.
That's average, but you can afford a little stuff, but not to the extreme. But you're starting to feel it now because.
But who are a lot of the people that are buying cars very, very high? Maybe the people with below average
They're not.
incomes.
I'm not even sure if they would be able to get a loan.
Huh?
You know, don't forget their checks. The banks are still checking their house, so they don't have the money to. Now, I know that a lot of dealerships are pulling craps to make people, you know, so they can get a loan, which is really wrong. They're not treating their customer very well because now they're putting them in jeopardy.
Putting them through a mouse house, you know.
Yeah, they're putting them in jeopardy for
Yeah.
possibly lose because they don't care. They just want to sell the car. But yeah, you have to be extremely careful. But
Okay. But then again, it goes back to the fact, Paul, and I'll say this till the day I die. If you don't see that paying a certain interest rate is not right and it's going to be too costly and it's not going to make economical sense to own that car at that moment, then you don't do it.
Right.
If you're doing it, it's not the car dealer's fault.
Yeah.
They're going to put the offer on the table. Okay. And if it means that they're going to make more money, yeah, they're going to do it. And why? Because they need to stay in business too.
yeah,
That doesn't mean, you know, you can negotiate and you can walk away from the table.
no, you're right.
But people buy an emotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you buy it on emotion, that's when you have problems.
Yeah. No, you're right.
You know, so
Yeah.
I want a new car. How much is it? Let me do some quick math. Yeah, I can do it. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
You got to know exactly what you can afford.
Yeah.
You know, and not with slush funds either. You know, I mean, like, oh, I made extra money, had overtime. People will bank on overtime to say, well, this is going to be my my car and house money. It's not.
Yeah, that's a bad mistake.
But people do it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what happens.
Needs versus wants, Tim says.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's true. Everybody wants.
I want that car. I don't need it.
I know, but I want.
Yeah, exactly. Again, everything's buying
Everything's
on emotion.
Everything's want.
Are they buying houses based on emotion? Because of COVID, people are scared. Okay, let's get this house now. We'll never have a chance later on. Oh, we're paying $100,000 more than asking? Yeah, I can do that. It's only a little bit more than my rent now. Let's do this for 30 years.
Yeah. I think buying a house is a little bit more different. It's a little bit different than buying a car.
I'm not paying 100 G's, 50 G's over asking price.
Oh, of course not. Well,
but that was the norm.
Well, that was the norm back then. Because
just recently. Like,
I know
with
they
COVID
were
and stuff.
trying to get out of the big cities, and there was a lot more buyers than there were houses for sale. So, you know, market was there for the buyer, for the seller.
So now, let's say that you get builders going, let's put up more houses.
Yeah.
Does that raise or lower values? Because now there's more inventory.
Yeah, but
how does that work?
Yeah, now that a lot of them did these houses, and now they're kind of stuck with them because people can't afford the interest rates.
That's my point.
Yeah,
that was my point on the whole thing.
I mean, the builders are getting screwed. Yeah, because they're stuck with them.
Our 18-year-old was gainfully employed for 2 days when he started talking about a car loan. We sat down with pencil and paper. Reality sucks. He's still driving his very used, reliable car that was given to him. He's saving money.
Yep.
And Kathy, what's up, Kathy?
Yeah.
Says, we've been truck shopping. Prices are absurd.
Yep. They are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They're nutso.
Yeah, because a lot of them are coming. A lot of cars now are coming into dealers because the chip thing is solved. So now, and I'm kind of surprised too. I mean, the price of the vehicles are up. Let's face it. You know, but I don't think they're raising their prices over like they were before, like making 20, 30, 20 or 10 above invoice.
But
I don't think that's happening now because of.
What about that story I told you before we went on the air?
Yeah.
That's way up over sticker.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's one particular case, but
have you looked at even document fees or conveyance fees, or whatever you want to call it in a dealership.
Yeah, that's the cost of them doing the paperwork.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in some instances, that's up to, used to be what, $200-$300,
Yeah.
right? It was inconsequential if you put it in the loan or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was,
Yeah.
now it's $7,000, $8,000, $9,000.
Yeah.
For the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, the prices are up, so yeah. The trouble
Maybe
is-
car dealers are a little prophetic and they know that they have to make the money now before it crashes.
I don't really know how many. I don't know how much salespeople or got people going in to buy vehicles right now. I don't know.
So you remember the late 80s, mid 90s, they had these things called program cars.
Yeah.
You know what the program cars were? The program cars were rentals.
Right.
You know, they were Dodge Acclaims,
Yeah,
Dodge.
Yeah, they were rentals.
Whatever they were.
Or executive cars or things like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
4-door sedans.
Yeah.
So now, that right there, because the car market was crashing.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, people were going to the auction. Falvey's was big on this.
Yeah.
And they were selling these auction cars.
Sure.
Making hand over fist.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you had to do it.
Yeah.
So is this situation that we're in right now with all of these car prices being elevated to the point that they are, and people, eventually are going to lose them, and you're going to see the not for hire tow truck around.
Yeah.
And they start picking up cars.
Oh, that's true. I agree.
Is that going to create a used car market again? Because a used car market only is created when you sell new cars. If you're not selling new cars, you're not taking trades.
I think the banks have become dealers.
No, I don't know.
Is that what happens when they get repossessed? The bank owns them.
Hmm?
The bank owns them, or the credit union owns them.
Yeah, but they don't want it. Just like they don't want your house.
I know.
They don't want your house either.
I know. I'm just saying because that's where they go back to, and then they try to sell them off for what they can get for them. Then they go up for auction. No. Yeah.
Diana says, look at the prices of rentals. Astronomical.
They're all up. I mean, but everything is going up. The price of materials to build these cars is going up. That's why the cars
But
are
why?
going up. Well,
See, nobody really,
that's cars. Try and buy something.
But everything's going up. Building
Exactly.
materials.
Everything.
And why?
So,
It's price gouging.
we don't.
It's price gouging.
Everybody says it's price gouging, but who knows?
Well, why? When I spent $5.55, $5.60 on fuel oil
Now it's
a
$3.20.
month ago,
And now
and
it's-
for the same shit
Yeah.
is now $3.19, $3.20, $3.40. It's the same stuff. It didn't change.
I
It
know.
comes in the same barrel. It gets delivered on the same truck.
Yeah.
Same stuff.
I know.
Same thing at the gas station.
Too.
Gas is like $4.55. Oh, okay. Let's go down to $3.19. Whoa, that's a great deal. No, it's not a great deal. It's just making you think it's a great deal because they wanted more than $2 per gallon.
Yeah, you're right.
So they created this shit.
I don't disagree. That's the point that's confusing to me.
And I'm not talking Democrat, Republican, nothing. It's business. It's the Bilderbergs. That's who it is.
Yeah.
It's who's that? Who controls all the banks? What's that?
Controls all the banks?
Yeah, what's that name? I can't even.
I don't know.
Secret societies. It's the Freemasons.
Yeah, they used to say that too. The secret society.
Everybody.
Secret society in Washington. Yeah.
It's yeah.
Well, it isn't something.
Soros.
When,
It's
yeah,
George
Soros.
Soros.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's all these people. They're all doing it.
Yeah.
No, it's a domino
It's
effect.
Musk's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his fault.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
One does it, they all do it. Next thing you know, everything's gone full goose bozo. All right, Paul. Thank you very much, dude.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
yeah, guys, if you can figure it out, what's going to happen with all these cars when they get re-put, because there's going to be millions of them. Literally millions
We'll see.
of cars that are going to get repoed
We'll see.
because people just are not going to be able to afford them. And you know what? Houses, and that's going to be a slower gain because you know how long it takes them to foreclose on a house. It's years.
Yep.
So look out, kids. We're in for a bumpy ride. So we'll see you once again tomorrow morning. Victoria will be here tomorrow.
Oh.
And we will see you then right here on SNSN.
Summer is winding down, which means it's the perfect time to fall into your annual maintenance routine. Get those car tires checked, safely secure the grills and gas tanks, button up the beach house, and winterize the boats. Why not add an insurance review to the list? Call the Burns Agency to compare coverages and get quoted unbeatable prices today. Home, auto, business, call, chat, or email us today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, sorry, we aren't accepting new patients. Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to